So as I mentioned in the article, the inconsistency of on-ball defense shows up with a lot of different players, and I just want to run through those here to start. So first, Josh Jackson, and part of Josh Jackson's problem here is actually off-ball, where he's not really attached. Like, I know he was waiting to help, but then you see the action coming at you, and look how far behind he is coming off, and then there's just not a sense of urgency to really get back in front, and then he even gives up a rebound. So you start off with that. And then here's Saddiq Bey, who I think is fine at times, but you're going to see and what I want you to notice is the type of shots we're giving up here. Like, that's a pretty much a wide open layup. I know Josh Jackson comes over and contests, but that's a straight line drive. Wasn't even really a move made there to go by. You're going to see it again, Harrison Barnes on Hamidou Diallo. He's already beaten Hamidou Diallo. He's still at the 3-point line and gets, all the way to the rim with, again, essentially a straight line drive. This isn't a bunch of just moves. Here, Josh Jackson, and I know Jordan Clarkson's a tough closeout, okay, but closes out way too far, and again, already at the 3-point line without really making a move. Clarkson already has him beat, and even though Clarkson doesn't get a layup, ends up with a wide open 3. The Pistons do a decent job rotating, but it's because they got broke down on the initial drive. And then Trey Lyles, I highlighted this. I don't mean to go at Trey Lyles, but as a small ball 5, he's not even switchable, and we'll talk about him trying to defend in the post in a second as well. So you just see multiple guys there unable to really stay in front of their guy consistently. Even Cade, he was a name that got brought up as maybe somebody that was good or even a little bit better than good. But here on Bogdanovic, you see with a little bit too high of a closeout and immediately blown by, okay, without really much of a move. Great rotation. And then this is something that, talking to one of the beat writers, when I was asking them about it, you do have to take those things into account right there. Cade Cunningham's quick hands. I do whenever I talk about Killian Hayes, and they brought up a good point that with Cade Cunningham, I have to be able to bring that or take that into account as well. And then how about some communication? I don't know what it was here, but Killian obviously thinks he's getting some sort of help from Isaiah Stewart. He's completely turned his hips and given this lane open. And then it's the fouls, and especially for Killian and Cade, when you're talking about the aggressiveness that I talked about in the last clip. So there you see it with Killian. We're going to see the same thing here, kind of this ghost, or I guess this would be a slip screen. Not even that, really. He never even comes. But Cade has completely turned his hips, opened up the lane to drive, and gets completely beat, and then ends up fouling as De'Aaron Fox gets the and one. So that's another thing on ball when those guys are guarding and then getting in foul trouble. And then holding up in the post. So here first, Trey Lyles against Bjelica, and again, we saw this the other night. They played the Nuggets, and obviously Jokic is one of the best, but they weren't able to hold up there. And even here, Kelly Olynyk, who I think is a good positional defender, but one-on-one in the post, you see him get beat there. And then transition, and I wasn't really sure where to put transition, so I put it with the on-ball stuff, because you see here they never even get matched up, and now it's hard for somebody like Rodney McGruder to get in front of De'Aaron Fox and guard him, as you see him get right into the lane for the mid-range pull-up. And then here, this was after a Cade Cunningham layup. Cade Cunningham's the first guy back, so I don't know what is going on in transition, but there you see he has a hard time getting in front, holding up with the contact against Bogdanovic. So you can just see where those things can get better. Now, it's not always bad. Here's a good rep from Hamidou Diallo against De'Aaron Fox as he tries to go to his left. Hamidou cuts him off and then is able to rise up and contest and force the miss. So I did want to highlight some good reps as well. We're going to get one here, Cade Cunningham on Jordan Clarkson. Not an easy cover as he stays in front, but what I want you to notice is in these ones, the guy doesn't get all the way to the rim for a wide open layup as multiple efforts come from the on-ball defender. And I do think Isaiah Stewart provides a lot of value. He's not always great in the post. I think he does a good job, but his ability to switch like he does on Clarkson here, where he cuts him off, stays down, and then as Clarkson went for the next move, he stayed with him and forces the pass back out to the 3-point line, and good rotations from the Pistons. So I do think there's some good players, and I think there's other players that do it well at times that just need more consistency.